Hello Slapafish community, and welcome back to another World Tanks console video. So in this video, I'm going to be doing a video on the Kari, the Tier 8 Premium Japanese Tank Destroyer. So this tank is also in the Season Pass, but it's also a really nice tank. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you the strengths of and weaknesses of this tank. And also, I'm going to be running no skills, no equipment through this entire video. So yeah. And let's just go ahead and talk about one of its strengths. One of its strengths is that gun. It is a tank destroyer after all, and you're gonna hope one of its strengths is that gun. So the gun is actually really nice. It has a DPM of 2,100, which is decent, actually really good. Damage 500, so it hits pretty hard. Its penetration is 252 on its standard, 298 on its premium. Has enough penetration to pretty much pin through anything it seeds. What else? It also has APCR premium penetration at 1,000. Well, APCR is its premium shell, so its shell velocity is really good at 1,150. Its accuracy is 0.34. Its gun depression is 7 degrees. Can play against you, especially when you don't have a turret. Its aim time is 2 seconds. What else? Reload is quite long at 14.3, but it does really good damage at 500, like I said before. What else? Your yaw limit, as far as you can turn your gun left to the right, is 12 degrees on left and right. So yeah. Also, this match that you're seeing right now is the very first match I played in the tank with no skills or no equipment. So, and it was working really nice. Like the accuracy, the DPM, and yeah, everything was just working really nice. And I was actually quite excited to play this tank with skills and equipment. And I gotta say, this tank feels really amazing when you actually fully equip it out. It felt really good even with like a base reload, with a stock reload. So right here, I'm going to test out the high explosive, which does 630 damage with 90 millimeters penetration, which is a lot. And there's a Hellcat over here on my left that I'm going to say hello to, and it's going to pop around on the corner to the left. There's the Hellcat, and hit him for 649 damage, which is a high roll, and it was a really nice high roll. With 90 millimeters of penetration, you can pretty much go through a lot of tanks with this gun. So yeah, also if you end up liking this video, consider subscribing because it's free and it helps out the channel a ton. So remember how I said it has 7 degrees of gun depression, which can play against you. Now here's one of the times it plays against me, and as you can see, I'm not on a level surface, so having no turret with 7 degrees of gun depression and on a rocky surface with pretty much no yaw limit kind of messes up a lot of my shots, but I do manage to get a lot of them. And when trying to fight for a shot, I do get shot in this match. So right now I'm trying to get a shot over there on this tank destroyers and the heavy. I missed the M8 and I got shot. And right here, I have only done 1,000 damage. Not much has popped out in front of me, but in the few tanks that have popped out in front of me, it's been really hard to get the shots off, just because of how rugged this section is, and not having a turret, or actual more than 7 degrees of gun depression. This is where the 7 degrees of gun depression can play against you, and it's really, like, I'm struggling to get shots off. We were losing bad, and I just wasn't in a good position to get shots off. As you can see, I had to expose my lower plate and get shot, and I go down to try to even get any shots. So, the concealment. Now, I haven't really talked about the concealment of this tank. The concealment of this tank is actually really, really good. You combine the concealment with the gun, and this tank does really good. Also, this tank has 380 meters of view range. Detectability is 386 while sitting, moving, and 347 while sitting still. It's actually quite good for a tank that hits for 500. And when you're using your camo and using that great gun, it works really well in your favor. So the three things, and I don't know if I'm actually, yeah, Vinny behind me actually was spotted behind me, and I got shot. So also, I don't have sixth sense, but as soon as I get targeted, you'll know when I'm actually detected. If I was actually, there it is. Once I get spotted, I get targeted. Anyway. Also, what was I saying? Yeah. There's three greatness of this tank. Three main things that stick out about this tank. The gun, mainly of how good the gun feels without even no skills or equipment on the tank. The concealment. Oh, this. There's a clip right after this one where I actually put concealment. I fully load the tank with concealment to show you exactly what it could do. And fully loading this tank out with a concealment build feels absolutely amazing. And the third one is armor, especially when you're top tier. If you get to be top tier and use armor of this tank, it feels really, really nice. Here's a dragon. I'm going to put a nice shot into him. And that 500 just feels really nice. Yes, you're doing more. You're not doing as much as the ISG 152 or some other tier 8 tank destroyers like the Shaska. But you're also hitting harder for the other tier 8 tank destroyers doing 400. Or the heavy tanks that are doing 400 or 440 or the 360, the 390 alphas or the 320s. But yeah, this just feels like a really good tank. And here's my tank fully loaded out, fully kitted out with a concealment build and stuff like that. You can see how small my concealment circle is and how big my view range circle is. Also, that Shasta SU-130 PM did not spot me until I fired. Now, I actually go undetected right here. Now, watch this IS-2 behind me. He's actually detected. There's a 4005. We both pull out here, and IS-2 gets one-shotted. Now, I do make a mistake and fire while moving, which gets me spotted. And I later do get shot right here, but yeah. That right there, my concealment saved me, and it's just really good concealment on this tank. Now, we're going to show off the armor when you're top tier. Now, the armor can be good when you're, against tier 8s. It doesn't really work against tier 9s or tier 10s, but when you are top tier or going against your tier 8s, then your armor can work, especially when you're using your 7 degrees of gun depression. The armor on your superstructure, where your gun is 220 millimeters of armor. So, angled back at 7 degrees can be about 230, 240 millimeters of effective armor. So, if tanks low premium shells, especially tier 8s, then they're going to butcher your armor. But if they're firing standard or it's just tier 6 or tier 7, your armor's going to work really nice. Your upper hull is 115, which is nice. Your lower plate is 70, and your side is 50 millimeters of armor. So if you ever see a car re and it's giving you its side, and you have good high explosive pin, especially in the car re, you can just load high explosive and absolutely wreck the side of the car re and set it on fire, because it's pretty easy to set it on fire when firing high explosive on the side of the tank. And you also have 1,250 hit points, which is not as much as the T28 at 1,550 or the TS5. And here's another clip. Now this is a clip where I get to use all my advantages. This is a completely different match than the last live oats I was on. This is a different live oats match. But right here, this is more of a full match I get to show you. So right now, we're in a 5v7. I'm getting shot, and I can't really see. And I have no skills and equipment, so I'm just using the tank at raw. What it's 380 meters of view range, or actually what its rations to proof. Now, I actually bounced off that Churchill 7, which is actually quite impressive. I might have shot weird. I think I bounced off the side of its turret, If I aimed actually correctly, I would have penetrated him. There goes the Awful Panther, and I bounce a shell from the distance. Now you're going to see the armor's going to be working, the gun's going to feel really nice, and the mobility of this tank is actually decent, which is the only one I haven't talked about this tank. It has a 40 top speed, 18 reverse speed with a power to weight ratio of 16.66, which is decent. So right here, I'm going to show the concealment, the gun, and the armor working. And me being an absolutely terrible shot of shooting a Agula. There's a Yazi and a other tank over there. I don't know what it is. There's a Agula and another TD to my left. I'm going to shut down the Agula. Going to bounce a shell from the right side from the TDs. And my armor is holding. Oh, it's a J Panther. So I have bounced 2,075 damage. I'm going to try to find the shot on the J Panther 2. And I take the J Panther 2 down. Now, it's a 2v2. The Shaska's right there in front of me, and there's a Yazi to my right. Yazi's full health, the Shaska is about a one-shot for me. The Lycan has 129 hit points. I've got 783 hit points. But if I go out there, I can get shot by that Yazi, or the Shaska could use its speed and out-traverse me, because it has a semi-terrible turret, traversable turret, yeah, that's the word. So it could definitely outflank me because I'm a turretless tank destroyer. So I kind of want to play the passive role. I mean, we do have the advantage because it is assault and we're defending, and all we have to do is survive and we win. And we got 2 minutes and 30 seconds to do it. So we're going to see how this match plays out. And I'm trying to find the Yazi, and noticing I did not spot the Yazi, I'm thinking the Yazi went somewhere else, and voila, hello Yazi. I actually loaded a high explosive for the Shaska, for the SU-130 PM, and actually do 100 and something damage to the Yazi. That's nice. Overall, this tank is actually really great. I do like this tank. So yeah, great mobility, great concealment, great gun, great armor. And it did. And having it stock right here did win me the match, and it was great. I mean, if I was fully upgraded, I fully kitted out, I could easily won this match because I had all those advantages, but yeah, it still was good enough. This tank was just really fun to play stock, and I was really excited to play it fully upgraded. And the Yazi does go through me because the Yazi has like 248 millimeters of penetration, so and there was no shot it was going to bounce on me. And the Lycan does kill the Yazi. Also, guys, there's a video on screen. YouTube thinks you like, since you like this one, YouTube thinks you'll like this one on screen. So go watch that, and I'll see y'all guys next time. Remember to Slapafish because always not, and peace out. See ya.